Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 56, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Seahawks and the Bills, and it comes your way next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, the Bills, a team trending upwards the last few years. Losers to KC in the AFC title game last season, but now in the Super Bowl seeking that elusive first-ever title.
And I like what you just said there about how they're trending. This feels like the 1990s again when this Bills franchise went to the Super Bowl 4 straight years. They came up empty each time, but now they think that after last year's appearance in the AFC title game, this could be the year. And let's face it, those 1990s teams, they're rooting for them in a big way, as well as this tremendous fan base.
Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they are back again in the big game. It's their 4th appearance, but all coming since the year 2000, Charles.
They've been in it 3 times total, right? Lost 2 prior, right? Lost once in Detroit to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember, Mike Holmgren was the head coach of that team. And then they lost that heartbreaker to the New England Patriots when Russell Wilson was picked off. But the win, oh, it was magnificent. That was back in the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area, Super Bowl 48. And remember, they just rolled over the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning in that one. They'd like to have that kind of performance again in this one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give is Nwangu. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Here's Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
2nd and 7. Now a give, running left is Nwangu. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. On the run is Nwangu. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Pete Carroll none too pleased with that last call. He's going to throw out the challenge flag. So Pete Carroll, always a guy to trust his instincts, and his instincts were right on that one. They go play action with Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. That catch good for only a couple.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there, and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field, because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. This is Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Powers past him at the 5. And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Allen. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Nwangu. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Drops this off with Nwangu. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oliver made the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and 8 coming up. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, think about the strong safety position. They're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time, great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
They'll get this to Nwangu. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. Here we go on fourth down. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now, Wilson.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
From the shotgun, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would
even
do
know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun, Breida.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On first down, Allen. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bills. A great play there. 41 yards.
And the Bills are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
Wilson.
That's going to be caught by C.J. Board.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Nwangu.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Another run now for Nwangu.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but
rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match him touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go counter with Breida.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side, a little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Wilson.
He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Nwangu.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20.
And the Bills are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, here's Breida. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's going to take another shot here.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 24, Bills 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again.
Allen hit. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Allen. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Allen. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.